Alright guys, picking up where we left off, Tantrum is sitting at a comfortable rank 4, level 40, with a little bit of Forge levels to his name. His synergy bonuses, allies with Galvatron and Cyclonus, enemies with Blaster and RC, and then his leadership plus 10% attack rating. And this is actually a pretty good one, the Beast Ancestors with, all the Beast War characters. After each heavy attack, this bot gains a Beast Fury that grants a 15% chance to be unblockable for 6 seconds. It's actually pretty good. It's basically the same thing as his signature, the Frenzy. Let me see. So yeah, whenever he gains 3 melee buffs, he gains Frenzy, granting plus 15% critical chance and a 20% chance to be unblockable for 6 seconds. Additionally, when Tantrum becomes frenzied, he purifies all damaging debuffs and cannot be inflicted with further damaging debuffs for the duration of frenzy. So yeah, really good, really strong character. So he gets melee buffs, unstoppable, and burn. This bot's naturally tough Cybertronian exterior permanently provides 10% passive armor, so pretty tanky. And he also gains an additional 25% passive armor whenever he dashes forward. And here's the major thing with with Tantrum and what makes him, in my opinion, like super strong. Dashing towards the opponent has a 100% chance to gain a melee buff, increasing melee damage by 22%. If Tantrum dodges backwards, he loses all his melee buffs, but that's okay. Heavy attacks, 2% chance for each melee buff on Tantrum to stun the opponent for 2 seconds. So if you have 10 stacks, that is 20% chance to stun. Blocking while holding block, it allows Tantrum to charge an unstoppable buff. After charging for 1.5 seconds, he becomes unstoppable and does not lose his melee buffs when dodging backwards. So that's the major thing for him as far as keeping his melee buffs. Charging unstoppable is 8% faster for each melee buff on Tantrum. So yeah, this guy becomes crazy good. Once unstoppable expires, Tantrum must cool off and cannot activate his unstoppable for 5 seconds. That's the only downside. You're kind of vulnerable for 5 seconds if you either want to take damage or hold down block, eat a heavy maybe, just so you don't lose your melee buffs. To be honest, it's not really that worth it because you can always just get the melee buffs back up. So it's best not to take damage. Special one, it's 2 hits, 3 hits, I don't remember. 10% chance for each melee buff on Tantrum to inflict burn, dealing heat damage equal to 75% of his attack rating over 4 seconds. Special 2 has a great animation in my opinion. I love how he looks. Special 2, 10% chance for each melee buff on Tantrum to stun the opponent for 3 seconds. And special 3, he gains 3 melee buffs and goes unstoppable for 9 seconds, and he does a shit ton of damage. Honestly, he's a very strong character. You do need to play him. He has a very aggressive playstyle that you might want to use when playing him, but you can always play safe, play him like a normal character, and just don't need a lot of damage. And that is what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna play a little bit aggressive against this Mixmaster, and hopefully we don't end up getting destroyed. I'm gonna try to keep all my melee buffs up, so just spoiler alert guys, I'm probably gonna eat a whole bunch of damage from Mixmaster, but it'll be worth it. Hopefully we can finish the fight pretty quickly. And here are his synergies. So basically what he has, I paired him up with of course the basic synergies, which was allies with Galvatron and Cyclonus, so 16% armor, enemies with RC and Blaster for that 16%. And the really neat thing about Cyclonus and Galvatron is, where is it? Incoming, my bad, I was on the wrong one. The Hand of Chaos. So all Decepticon special attacks gain a 15% special attack damage and 15% crit damage. So he's gonna be hurting. I feel like he's gonna be doing a lot of damage. So let's go ahead and check him out, guys, and we'll see how this fight goes. I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so I obviously will not play like an idiot in like any other match. I was trying to maintain my 10 melee buffs in this one. Got hit so many times, a lot more than I would have liked, but we ended the fight actually pretty quickly. I think it was like 150 something hits. So really good from Tantrum, and if you guys caught it right at the end, I did a special 3 and it crit and it did 39,000 damage. I was actually pretty surprised. I was like, geez. I just saw Mixmaster's HP bar drop. I was like, wow, Tantrum is crazy strong. Can't wait for him at rank 5 fully forged. I'm pretty sure he's gonna hit even way more crazy than he already does. But his playstyle definitely needs some I don't know, it does of course rely on the player. If you want to be super aggressive like I wasn't even really caring about getting hit. I was mainly just trying to maintain my melee stacks. Or you can be a little bit more conservative, and even if you do lose the buffs, you know, it's always best not to take damage. So in all honesty, I would say don't take damage, and if you need to purify anything quickly, you know, just quickly get 3 melee buffs, and yeah, that'll get the purify going. But of course you do need to have him duped in order for the frenzy signature to purify. So just keep that in mind if you guys want to go for a 5-star Tantrum and then you're like, wait a minute, he's not purifying. Yep, he needs to be duped. We might do another video with him again in the future where I'll be a little bit more careful and try to maintain his HP while still doing, well, try to maintain his HP at a pretty high while also not getting hit. Sorry, I said that totally wrong. I'll do another gameplay video with him trying not to get hit as much, and as well as maintaining the melee buffs as long as I can, and if we have to backstep we will. So we'll probably do another one later in the future. But then again, expect some Beast War gameplay with him, and I'll rank up Primal a little bit as well. That way they can tag team some of this Dinobot spotlight. So stay tuned for some video, guys. We'll be starting the mission tomorrow, the mission chapter 1, chapter 2 on Masters, so stick around for that. Let me know your thoughts on Tantrum, guys, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.